Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to my podcast, Deep Talk, where we explore whatever wants to be explored at this point in time. I greet you with all the love in my heart. So much love, so much love. For those of you who are new, what we do in the beginning is we feel into our bodies. That means wherever we are, we take a deep, deep breath into the center of our body. So we all come home into our bodies. And we let the breath out slowly. And we take another deep breath. And we release it slowly. And all good things are three. That's why we take another deep breath. And we release it slowly. Well, I feel a little bit drunk on energies today, so I have no idea what is coming out. I have no idea. Everything feels a little bit surreal at this point in time. Very, very surreal. Like I'm painting this world. This world is a painting, and I'm painting it. I don't know. Oh my. Okay. Let's feel into the space. Let's feel into this beautiful space. Man ananai uene adena hade sherma ikuku ananai o. Well, the first thing that I hear so clearly is time. So, time. I've been thinking about this. I think I talked about it before. The spiral of time. And these portals or windows in time. So many portals, some windows in time. So much information fluctuating from one time to another. A constant flow of information, like the infinity symbol, crossing or intersecting at that one point. Time. It's very interesting. Well, okay. Time travel. A real thing. It's a real thing. Like with the body and with consciousness, or like you can remote view, but you can remote view all time, not just a place within this dimension, this world, this reality. You can like look into everything, every possibility, endless possibilities, every time stream. Time. Oh. I'm playing a lot with that. With time. I look into a lot of things, or they just appear in my consciousness. Then I see things. A lot of things. I see a lot of things. Well, maybe I can talk a little bit about how this spiral of time theme opened up for me, because it's an interesting story, and everything that happened afterwards is also very interesting. I mean, I was born into a family that is very gifted. Like, we are all very sensitive, and there are visions, like my grandma has visions, my sister, my mother. I do have them. We all have them in our own ways. And when I started meditating, as you know, when the thoughts slow down and you become conscious, you like observe what is flowing in and flowing through. You observe the thoughts, and you realize that the thoughts are just a stream of like information, and you just observe. And well, things get deeper and deeper with time, and the more time you take, the deeper you can go, like, or how can I say that? Yeah. Well, I went to the 2 points where I felt, you feel the body like dissolving, and you dissolve into nothingness, to a point when you're like, if I open my eyes, will I still be there? The world still be there? I don't know. But I only went to a certain point, and then I stopped, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I can go further, but now I feel I can. But yeah, we'll see about that. So I started with meditating, and then I stumbled across chanting. And the first thing that was introduced into my awareness, my reality, was overtone chanting. And if I remember correctly, but I cannot say which. I don't know if everything started with Jill Peirce, or if I heard it before. But I know, I don't know. Maybe I heard it before, but I really started to do it when I heard Jill do it. And then I was curious. I was this is existing. Can I do it? And I went, for some reason, I went into my bathroom and I tried, and it worked. So I was oh, what happens when I deepen this practice? What happens when I dive into this a little bit deeper? What happens to my body? What happens to my voice? What happens to my state of being, my state of consciousness? What's going to happen, Just being curious about that. So that was the beginning of something very interesting and very, very intense. It opened up worlds, because I was always curious about this music thing and how everything can be translated into music, and music can be translated into matter. And a yantra can become a mantra, and a mantra can become a yantra, or it's just another form. Both existing at the same time. Yeah, and then my guides guided me to Jill, and this was the beginning of a very deep, deep journey into overtone chanting and harmonics and the harmonic series and music and the human being as an instrument, because this is what we are. We are instruments. And I talked about this in the video that I don't know, I animated, I think 2001, but I don't remember, 2001 or 2022, somewhere around that time. And I called it Human Tesla Coil. What? Because we are that human Tesla coil. Instruments. It's very, how can I say that? It's remarkable and astonishing what a human instrument can do when it is trained. And we see it with all the opera singers, and of course all the singers that are out there training their voices and singing every day. But I always felt like more is possible, It felt like more is possible because, I knew that I wanted to sing, or that I was a singer from when I was a little child. I was telling my father, I am a singer. I'm gonna be on stage and I'm going to sing. And then I grew up, and then there was this business that felt so shady, and I'm glad that I wasn't introduced into that business, because I don't know what it would have done with me. But I don't know, maybe it would have done something good. Who knows? But yeah, singing. So I sang covers and I write my own songs. But there was something else. I was missing something. I was like, there's more. There must be more to this thing, like more. And then I discovered overtone chanting. And then I was like, oh my goodness, this is the thing. This is the thing. I chanted mantras before. Like I really like brought them down like into my body and radiated them out. But chanting, but also with silent repetition in my consciousness. But the thing with overtone chanting was that it unlocked something more. It transformed my cells. The thing is that it's, well, because you chant and you produce the overtones, and the overtones are always in tune. They are always in tune. That means that you are tuning yourself to the original essence of music, of what a sound is, of what a tone is. That means you're tuning yourself every time you chant. And this is what happened. This is what happened. And then I discovered that I have Mongolian roots, and they do a lot of overtone chanting. And I felt a lot of ancestral energies. Like I was like, oh my goodness, this explains so much. Amazing. Amazing overtone chanting. Amazing thing to discover and to like get into if you're a musical person. You don't even have to be a musical person. You can be like just exploring this, and everyone can do it. Like there's no one that can't do it. Everyone that has working vocal cords can overtone chant. So this is an invitation for you to explore overtone chanting. And yeah, Kaiko kokonanai kushur meme khayadnandesa. Yeah. Very interesting. This chanting thing. Very, very interesting. And Egypt always pops into my mind. Always. Like from the beginning, for some reason, this is always like floating through my field. Egypt. So one time in the morning, when I was like doing my chanting sessions, my poor neighbors, because this chanting is, sometimes I feel like the vibration is so strong that it vibrates like the whole building. It's like, ooh, just goes through everything. And they must be like, my goodness, what is this girl doing? What is that? But yeah, I have to do it. It's very, very transforming, because you're listening while doing it to what you're doing. That means you can't be somewhere else. You are in this moment, in the present moment, like for good, hopefully listening to the sounds that you produce. And yeah, when you do it for a certain time, something happens. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but something happens. And when you stop and you are in this silence, it feels like the vibration of the frequencies is, how can I say that? It just, in the beginning, it comes through you. So it's flowing through, vibrating, like being projected outside. But somehow there's an echo. Something is coming back through the silence. So I listen to the silence, and I sit. And before, my cells were like vibrating so strong that I was, at some point, I feared, like, what is this gonna do to the cells of my body? My goodness, will I dissolve? But yeah, then I listen, and everything is vibrating. My body's vibrating, the air is vibrating. All the things are vibrating in my environment. Everything is vibrating. And the cool thing is that it's these vibrations that you produce within your being, because it does not only come out through the vocal cords or through your mouth. It's like vibrating through the whole body. And it's also like, of course, when this vibration is penetrating the cells or the body, it's also penetrating the third eye. And the pineal gland, and it seems like it does something with the crystals in the pineal gland. So it's very, I would say it's good for visioning. It's good for like stimulating the space in this head, this space, the third eye, the pineal gland. It's very good for that. It's also good for the cells because it's also tuning the organs of the body, which is, when you think of it, like when you use these tools, of course you can use all of these tools and vibrate the cells, but how amazing is it when you can like produce these sounds and they stimulate the whole body within and without, and they also like echo miles wide, because I can feel it. It's not ending with the walls of my apartment. It's going through them. It's going through everything. It's flowing through everything, clearing so much space. Very intense. Oh, it's very intense. Now I'm asking myself, because Jill does it with people, with a lot of people in a room. What happens when you do it with a lot of people in a room? Oh goodness, I have to try this. Oh. This is very exciting. My whole body's like resonating with this information. Ooh. Oh my. Huh. That must be the point where you could vibrate at a level where it's forming matter. I mean, it's forming matter. Like when you do it and you're stimulating the organs and the cells, is already forming. But when you do it with people, what might happen? And when you put an intention into it, what is gonna happen? Oh. Wow. I hope I can build a choir. I hope that's working out. Like coming together with people in person to just see what wants to be expressed. Like within a safe and sacred space, but free flow the whole time. Because I love when things like unfold. They just unfold. I just set an intention and I create the space, this sacred space, and things just unfold. It's so exciting. I love that. I really love that. We'll see where this journey is going to take us. Ooh. Giving a shout out to my future self who already did this, like, send the people. I'm open for the people and the circumstances. Sound. Well, I hear there's a lot more that can be done and explored. There's so much more. But yeah, what I usually wanted to talk about, I started with the story, and I wanted to share with you what happened when I sat in my morning chanting session, and afterwards I always I sit in this silence that screams full of information, like bam, here's all of this information, and you are this open channel that gave out information, and then you're receiving, and then you see all of these, I see all of these patterns and structures and colors, and then there are scenes, a lot of scenes, not just pictures, but real played out scenes. And there was this opening, there was this portal, this window in time linking to another timeline. And yeah, that was there. And there was communication, like when you communicate with your guides or your angels or the team, the High Council, intergalactics. There's real-time contact, and sometimes they are in time, but most of the time they are outside of time. So this was a time stream or a portal that linked to a timeline in the past. And yeah, things were happening. I saw things like similar to when you look into a past life and you're like shown who you were when you're in the body. You can be in the body, but you can also float above the body and look into things. So, but I felt I could interact for some degree, to a certain degree. Of course, like people say, don't play with time, do not do things or anything, but things could be worked out in a way. I could give in information and receive information. And yeah, this is giving me like, I have this, well, my body's resonating the whole time, but this is like surreal. Like the last few weeks have felt so surreal. Very surreal. Like a surreal painting. And I paint the world. I paint the world. Yeah. Just letting myself vibrate or resonate with this information that I just shared with you. I'm not mentioning the timeline. Maybe you can sense it. Maybe you can sense it. But yeah, there are time links that are open, transporting information in and out, in and out, in and out, flowing in and out, like the infinity symbol. Never ending, crossing, intersecting at that one point in time. Yeah. There's more. There's a lot more. But I don't know if it's the time to share. Manana ikaebai udo dadane ishiena Yeah. Mayo kokonai keiko kosan arme shesho shi. Some of you can do that, open, but yeah, do it with the heart intention. See where it takes you. Establish the link. Let information flow in through you. Share information with the timeline. Odaikum bukugunai hayahi shim buku udana hikatan dad ayana hayade durma hayeshesh. Well, maybe you're thinking about the movies where it's like some things can't be shared. But yeah, when you also look at the movies, it's always like it's shared what's meant to be shared, exchanged what was meant to be exchanged in the first place. So no worries, it's all good. Just have to do it from the heart and like direct the consciousness towards this, like creating this link. And yeah, of course, from the heart, for the highest good of the universe. And of course only if you feel like it, because there's a lot that can flow through you, and there's a lot that you transport into this world, and there is a lot that you can give in to this other world that is needed. Miu gugunum ukuyena iaya sheshu shukukun ba dadaina. Oh, we'll see where this is going to take us. Let me know if you tried. I would love to know. Of course, only if you feel like sharing. But yeah, I would love to know. I'm feeling if there's something else. Or I'm sensing it. Is there something else that is important at this point in time? I feel that's it. Yeah, I feel that's it. Okay. Oh my. Okay, beautiful beings. Wherever you are, at whatever point in time you are, root yourself when you do this. Like, root yourself so deep into the ground. So important. So important. So important. Be rooted. It's the same with traveling. This has to be done rooted. And you have to be in your body fully. Like, I know there are some parts, we collect some parts of us back throughout time. But let's say, like, you have to be at the point where you're like, oh, I feel like I'm in my body. And then you can, like, establish this link, you know. This would be the safest way to do. I'm reflecting right now. I don't even know if I was fully in my body, but for some reason it worked. And go the safe path. Do the thing that feels most anchored for you. Anchor yourself and try this if you feel like it. Okay. I honor each and every single one of you, wherever you are, at whatever point in time you are. And I'm sending love. I'm sending so much love. Love, 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 love. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Until next time. Bye bye.